In a major anti-red terror operation, security forces have successfully killed top Maoist commander Basava Raju, also known as Nambala Keshava Rao. Now, the operation was called Operation Black Forest. It was meticulously planned for over 21 days. Now, these anti-Naxal operations, they unfolded across the dense and rather hostile terrain of Bijapur, Narayanpur, Sukma, several districts of Chhattisgarh. It was launched with the coordination and coordinated efforts of the DRG, of the Cobra Commandos and of the Central Reserve Police Force. An operation that witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, the deployment of over 5,000 troops, 5,000 troops for over 21 days. They surrounded the Koraigutta hills, and this is a red terror stronghold. Look at the kind of mines that were found and diffused and controlled detonations were carried out, the weapons that were located. This is one of the strongest bases of the Maoists, of the red terror. There are 5 strategic directions from where these operations were mounted. Reinforcements were called in. Drones were used for surveillance. Helicopters for quick movement of men and material. The key targets, 4 Naxal factories, they were neutralized. Destruction of multiple underground bunkers. Intelligence support came through. Surveillance, helicopters. One of the major threats detected during the operation was a massive 450 kilogram IED, an improvised explosive device, and that highlights the scale of the Naxal preparedness. Searches that were carried out, and watch this, searches that were carried out revealed food, grain, were 12,000 kilograms of rations. Now, this is how long the Naxals plan to hold out. 12,000 kilograms. They could have held on state forces for over 2 years without having to look out. Now, this Operation Black Forest marks a significant blow to Naxal infrastructure and showcases the precision and coordination of India's internal security agencies that are moving forward with one motive, one lakshya, as they say, to destroy red terror strongholds, the last 2 districts of the red terrorists, and fulfill the Union Home Minister Amit Shah's pledge that India will be red terror free by March 2026. Jitendra Bahadur Singh brings us this report.
April 6, 2010. A Central Reserve Police Force team was ambushed. Tadmetla Forest, Dantewada, Chhattisgarh. 76 CRPF personnel were killed in the ambush. This was the worst ambush of security forces by left-wing extremists in the country's history, resulting in the deaths of 76 CRPF personnel. The Maoists laid a well-planned ambush targeting a team of CRPF personnel returning after a long-range area domination mission. The pre-dawn attack was planned and executed with military precision, with Maoists occupying higher ground and opening fire at the CRPF personnel from multiple sides. India Today reported the biggest setback to India's war on left-wing extremism.
Headlines Today also spoke to the peace negotiator who's been trying to bring about some sort of a ceasefire so that the Maoists and the representatives of the government perhaps could sit together and thrash out an understanding. Swami Agnivesh told Headlines Today's political editor Javed Ansari that he had conveyed the Home Minister's message to Azad and had got positive feelers from the Maoist spokesperson.
Dr. Manmohan Singh had described them as the biggest threat to India's internal security.
There have been heavy casualties inflicted recently on our security forces by the Naxalite groups. There are also indications of yet more offensive action by these groups. The problem of left-wing extremism is indeed a complex one.
Security forces believed Nambala Keshava Raju or Basava Raju was the key planner of the Chintalnar massacre of security forces. He was again suspected to be the mastermind of the 2013 attack in the Jhiram Valley, where a convoy of senior Congress leaders was targeted. Senior Congress leaders, including Vidya Charan Shukla, Mahendra Karma and Gopi Madhwani, were among 27 killed in the Maoist attack.
This is the biggest internal security challenge for both the centre and the 7 main affected states. The Maoists had threatened to avenge the killing of their leader Azad. They attacked with impunity across the Red Corridor. Clear, coordinated attacks in Jharkhand, in Chhattisgarh and in Orissa. Is the lack of coordination between the centre and the states hampering the anti-Naxal operations?
Union Home Minister Amit Shah, post-2019, tasked security forces to hit at the roots of left-wing extremism and ordered establishment of multiple company operating bases in districts that had been cleared of red terror. The focus shifted from containing to eliminating red terror. The security forces also mounted the bigger intelligence-based operations to neutralize terrorists in their strongholds. Undeterred by 2 milestones being missed in the past, security forces armed with the latest night vision devices, weapons, drones and helicopters for speedy movement, strongholds were identified and neutralized. The big success came with intelligence inputs of Basava Raju holding a meeting with over 40 top Maoist leaders in Ambujmad region of Chhattisgarh. Security forces mounted a multi-pronged offensive, neutralizing Basava Raju on the night intervening Tuesday and Wednesday. 27 Maoist leaders and cadre were killed in action.
Breaking news coming in. It's a big win for our forces yet again in the anti-Naxal war. Naxals have been killed in Chhattisgarh operations. In fact, top Naxals, Basava Raju, who are also among those who've been killed by our forces. Slain Naxal Basava Raju had 1 crore bounty on him. Remember, the backbone of Naxals has been broken in Chhattisgarh, and it's a huge milestone in Naxal Mukt Bharat push.
And on Thursday, security forces announced his second-in-command, Sajja Venkata Nageshwara Rao, also known as Rajanna, Yesanna and Naveen, originally from Jandrapet village in Chiramala Mandal of Bapatala district. Security forces believe this truly is endgame red terror in line with the Home Minister's March 2026 deadline. Bureau Report, India Today.